Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. It's Wednesday, so we've got a new Strange and Unusual, and today I'm going to be talking about a basilisk. If you've ever seen Harry Potter, you know that's the creature in the Chamber of Secrets. So, let's get into it. In European bestiaries and legends, a basilisk is a legendary reptile reputed to be a serpent king who causes death to those who look into its eyes. According to the naturalist Historia of Pliny the Elder, the basilisk of Cyrene is a small snake, quote, being not more than 12 inches in length, end quote, that is so venomous. It leaves a wide trail of deadly venom in its path, and its gaze is likewise lethal. According to Pliny, the basilisk's weakness is the odor of a weasel. The weasel was thrown into the basilisk's hole, recognizable because some of the surrounding shrubs and grass had been scorched by its presence. It is possible that the legend of the basilisk and its association with the weasel in Europe was inspired by accounts of certain species of Asiatic and African snakes, such as cobras, and their natural predator, the mongoose. The basilisk is sometimes referred to as king because it has been reputed to have a mitre or crown-shaped crest on its head. Stories of the basilisk show that it is not completely distinguished from the cockatrice. The basilisk is alleged to be hatched by a cockerel from the egg of a serpent or toad. In medieval Europe, the description of the creature began taking on features from the cockerels. It has a venomous strike, and in some versions of the myth, it has the ability to breathe fire. So, like a dragon. Isidore of Seville defined the basilisk as the king of snakes because of its killing glare and poisonous breath. The Venerable Bede was the first to attest to the legend of the birth of a basilisk from an egg by an old cockerel. Other authors added the condition of Sirius being ascendant. Alexander Neckham, died in 1217, was the first to say that not the glare, but the, quote, air corruption was the killing tool of the basilisk, a theory developed a century later by Pietro di Abano. Theophilus Presbyter gave a long recipe in his book, the Schedula Diversarum Artrium. Sorry, I think these words are in foreign languages, so I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing them right. I'm trying. For creating a compound to convert copper into Spanish gold. The compound was formed by combining basilisk blood, powdered human blood. So many questions about that one. Like, where do you get powdered human blood? We don't bleed powder. Red copper, and a special kind of vinegar. Albertus Mangus in the De Animalibus wrote about the killing gaze of the basilisk, but he denied other legends, such as the rooster hatching the egg. He gave as source of those legends Hermes Trismegistus, who is credited also as the creator of the story about the basilisk's ashes being able to convert silver into gold. The attribution is absolutely incorrect, but it shows how the legends of the basilisk were already linked to alchemy in the 13th century. Stories gradually added to the basilisk's deadly capabilities, such as describing it as a large beast capable of breathing fire and killing with the sound of its voice. Some writers even claimed it would not only kill by touch, but also by touching something that is touching the victim, like a sword held in the hand. Also, some stories claim its breath is highly toxic and will cause death, usually immediately. The basilisk is also the guardian creature and traditional symbol of the Swiss city Basel. Canting basilisks appear as supporters in the city's arms. According to the tradition of the Cantabrian mythology, the ancient Basiliae has disappeared in most of Earth, but still lives in Cantabria, although it is rare to see it. The animal was born from an egg laid by an old cock just before his death, exactly at midnight on a clear night with a full moon. Within a few days, the eggshell, which is not hard but rather soft and leathery, is opened by the strange creature, which already has all the features of an adult: legs, beak, coxcomb, and reptilian body. Apparently, the creature has an intense and penetrating fire in its eyes, such that any animal or person gazing directly upon it would die. The weasel is the only animal that can face and even attack it. It can only be killed with the crowing of a rooster. So, until very recent times, travelers carried a rooster when they ventured into areas where it was said that the basilisk lived. A basilisk is said to have terrorized the inhabitants of Vilnius, Lithuania, during the reign of King of Poland and Grand Duke Sigismund August. In his book, 17th century historian Professor Adam Iginski Naramowski describes how boughs of rue, a plant believed to have the power to repel basilisks, were lowered into the creature's lair. The first two boughs lowered into the air turned white, indicating that the creature was still alive, but the third bough retained its characteristic green color, indicating that the basilisk had been killed. 19th century historian Theodorus Narbutus claimed the location of the creature's lair had been at the intersection of Bakasto, Subaklaus, and Bostos streets, near Subacious Gate. Legend has it the basilisk haunts the bastion of the city well located there. Some have speculated that accounts and descriptions of cobras may have given rise to the legend of the basilisk. Cobras can maintain an upright posture, and as with many snakes in overlapping territories, are often killed by mongooses. The Indian cobra has a crown-like symbol on its head. Several species of spitting cobras can incapacitate from a distance by spitting venom, and may well have been confused with the other cobra species by their similar appearance. The Egyptian cobra lives in the desert and was employed as a symbol of royalty. That was basilisks, and that's very interesting. But like I said, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, then you know the second movie that oh my god, that the creature in the Chamber of Secrets was a basilisk. And Jenny, possessed by Tom Riddle, she sorry, hold on, let me fix this camera. There we go. She killed like all the roosters, like broke their necks or whatever, because that was supposed to be like the call of death for them. And then like it turned out that like the sort of Gryffindor was the only thing that could kill him, because it had basilisk venom in it or something like that. It's been a while since I've read the books, and probably about as long since I've seen the movies. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting, and that was why I picked to do this one, because I was like, there's actually a legend here that I think would be interesting to explore, A, as a Potterhead, B, as somebody who loves mythical creatures, and third, as somebody who really loves the strange and unusual, hence how we came up with this segment. But yeah, you know what? Comment and let me know what you guys think, because like I wonder if it's just like a normal snake that people have like conflated with other species of normal snakes, you know what I mean? And not some made up giant. I mean, but no, wait. Because I'm thinking about this now. And if you've all been on, if y'all are on TikTok, you probably at some point seen a video about the Titan boa. And I kind of wonder if that could have been like the dinosaur configuration of like this snake. Like the basilisk could have been a Titan boa if you think about it. Because big, huge snakes. Like, yeah, like I didn't even think of that. That's actually a really interesting theory now. I have to look into that. But yeah, so I'm thinking like maybe this was just during a time when like Titan boas still existed, but they weren't seen a lot because they hit a lot. I don't know, but I think that would be the closest thing I could think of to something resembling the creature that came out in Harry Potter's Chamber of the Secrets. That I could see being a Titan boa. So like I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We'll be back next week with another mythical creature / strange and unusual. As always, please don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be cautiously kind to others, make good choices, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.